right, let's do it. Our next big and little of the year. I met him outside. Man, this young man is dressed so sharp. Wait till you see him. His big is dressed sharp too, but the young man got style. I want to welcome Chris and Shane from Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Kansas City. These two have an amazing relationship. Let's learn more about them right now.
I'm originally from South Korea. I was adopted when I was around 4 months old. When I was 9, my dad passed from brain cancer. That was really tough for me because I was just really hurting, and I got matched with Chris a few years later.
I lost my parent at the same age that he was, but I had other people to help me. I always had an idea that I wanted to just give back in some way. Our match day, I was super nervous. I don't have my own kids. Like, what are we gonna talk about? But within 5 minutes, we were already planning what our first outing was going to be. In those early years, we would do simple things like laser tag or going bowling.
He's helped me learn how to shave, and he's helped me tie a tie before.
When he graduated from middle school, taking him clothes shopping for school. When he went on his first date, when he was learning to drive.
Talk about sacrifice, he was putting his life on the line there, helping me learn how to drive.
My favorite thing that we do is eat.
He'll come over for my birthday, my mom's birthday, Thanksgiving one time, Christmas exchanges. It's like he's really a part of the family, honestly. You're very dependable for me, and that's obviously a very big thing. Just like knowing that you're there has been really great for us too. So thank you.
My parents have actually met him, and they also refer to him as their son. And so we've now had this kind of merging of families that I didn't expect to happen.
One time, they started talking about football, then the next thing he told me was, "You're gonna announce a draft pick."
I was speechless.
Roger Goodell walked in. He was so nice, and he was even a big brother, and he was like talking about how important it was.
Obviously, he nailed it.
The Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
The way that you fearlessly tackle every challenge, I think that that's easily your best personality trait, and something that I actually do genuinely try to emulate.
It's a cliche to say that everything happens for a reason, but I genuinely think that this match is the embodiment of that.
My dad's always watching over me. He could never be replaced, but I'd want him to know that Chris is a good guy, and I can definitely say that he's helped me with a lot of stuff that I know you weren't here to help me with, so I'm sure you're happy about that.
I'm not here to replace his father, but I made a commitment a long time ago that I would always be there for Shane for the rest of my breathing life, or as long as Shane will have me.
I just want Chris to know I'm really thankful for the commitment he's made to me throughout the 5+ years that we've been matched. I can't exactly tell you where I'd be right now or what my life would be like without him, but I can say pretty confidently that it definitely wouldn't be as good as it is right now. I'd love to be a big one day. I'd love to be that person for someone else and hopefully making an impact in their life like Chris has made an impact on my life.
Ladies and gentlemen from Kansas City, give it up for Chris and Shane. My brother. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at this guy. But look at this guy, too.
Table is very delicate. Whew. First time we've seen that video, Donna can tell you, so wow, all right, together. So first of all, thank you so much for just allowing me to be here this evening and for this amazing award. I know I'm not the star of the show that everyone's here to see, so I promise I'll keep it brief. And I'm talking about Flo Rida, not you. So. So first of all, I would like to start off by saying that being named Big Brother of the Year is, of course, an incredible honor. But I know there are countless other fantastic Big Brothers all across the country who have fully dedicated their lives to this mission and who have themselves made a considerable impact. So their commitment is really just as inspiring, if not more so, than my own, and they really deserve this recognition just as much as I do. So let's give it up for them. All right, so that being said, I'm really glad I got it. No, just kidding. But really what's funny is that I actually had no intentions of originally becoming a big. Now, I've always considered myself a charitable person, but I was also more of a dog person, not a people person. So, I volunteered at several of the local animal shelters for several years. Yeah, dog lovers in the house, all right. But it just so happened that I had a casual conversation with my stepmom one evening that really would just change everything. While rambling on about the goings-on at the shelter, she made a random, side comment. She said, Chris, people really need your help too. And would you know that 3 months later, I'm at a BBBSKC info session, and then just a couple months after that, I'm literally pulling up this guy's driveway on our match day. So it all happened real fast. But if anything, it's proof that you can never truly know what kind of impact that you're having on other people. The little things you do, the advice you offer, that extra ride you give, just the simple act of just being there, they all add up to something really meaningful, even if we don't realize it immediately, and it really affects us in a way that we can't always recognize or verbalize. And speaking of being there, I can't help but also feel the presence of both of the parents that we've lost here right now. Thank you. Thank you. I know they're looking down on us with huge smiles on their faces. They'd be so happy that we found each other, that we're looking out for each other, that we're there to make each other laugh, and that more than anything, we just have someone who gets it. No words, just pure nonverbal understanding. So this award is also a tribute to their legacy and to the values of compassion, acceptance, and resiliency that they've instilled in us. So. All right, I said I'd be short. So thank you again to the voting committee for this incredible honor. It's a testament to the amazing work that Big Brothers Big Sisters does facilitating these life-changing connections. Of course, thank you to my parents, my dad and my stepmom back home in Atlanta. By the way, it's my dad's 76th birthday, so shout out to him. Thank you. Hopefully he's watching. Again, thank you to my parents who probably maybe at least once considered giving up on me during some of my more challenging years as a young man, just trying to find his way through life. But ultimately, guess what? They never did. And they were definitely at the core of my own small but mighty village. And I can never show them enough appreciation. So shout out to my parents. And I want to say, most importantly, thank you to Shane and Shannon and the Gifford family for accepting me not only into your home, but also into your hearts. And then special shout out, of course, to my little brother, Shane. And I did not bring a Maya Angelou quote, unfortunately, but I did bring a quote from easily the greatest actor of my generation, which is Vin Diesel. And he very eloquently said, no matter where you are, whether it's a quarter mile away or halfway around the world, you'll always be with me and you'll always be my brother. Thank you.
What's up, big brothers, big sisters? All right, I know you all are way younger than that. You can get a lot louder. You're not that tired yet. You're way younger. Come on, come on. All right, I just gotta ask first really quickly, how did you guys let a kid from Kansas win this award? On a more serious note though, hello everyone. I'm so honored to be here today. And because of that, I would like to start by thanking everyone who has helped to get me here today. First, of course, you gotta thank God. And then I wanna thank my mom, my dad, my family, Chris, oh, thank you. Big brothers, big sisters, of course, my friends, family, coaches, teachers, and everyone else who has helped to get me to where I am today and make me the man that is standing here today as well. Now, I think it's fair that I give you all a warning really quickly because I am going to talk about Chris and myself, and you all already heard that in the video, so I'll try not to do that too much. And Chris did talk about himself, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm gonna try to hopefully make it easier for you all, and I'll talk about my younger self when I was cuter and more likable. So let's start. If someone would have told me when I first entered the program that I would one day be standing here as National Little Brother of the Year, I definitely wouldn't have known what they were talking about because I was like 10, and I can definitely say that I would not have believed them. Back then, I was just a little kid. I'd moved to a new place. I'd recently lost my dad. I was still trying to make friends. I was feeling lonely. I was in need of a male role model. And my mom was awesome then, and she still is now. Shout out, Mom. And she saw everything I was going through, and she enrolled me in Big Brothers Big Sisters Kansas City. Now, it took me a while to get matched, and I'm pretty sure I went home every day asking if I got matched. And I always wanted to know why it had taken so long, but I now see that it was all a part of a plan that was bigger than my plan and the one I know, and it was part of God's plan. Since getting matched, I can confidently say that Big Brothers Big Sisters has helped me tremendously and that it continues to help me. This program has changed my life for the better in more ways than I ever imagined it would. They've given me a big brother who is now a friend, a mentor, a role model, a competitor, a source of knowledge and advice. He's a terrible example of punctuality. If you guys don't believe me, if you want to rewind the video, I was first on the stage and he was behind me. So that goes to show. But he is but he also is many other good things too. And I would say more about Chris, but I already did in the video. And I don't want to say any more because I don't want to stroke his ego because that was already enough. So instead of that, I'll go back to Big Brothers Big Sisters. They've given me so much in my big opportunities, new connections, and experiences, and I can't thank Chris and Big Brothers Big Sisters enough. Although this is all amazing, I do have to be honest with you all and say that it's very crazy and surreal to me that someone like myself is receiving an honor this big. And this is because I consider myself a pretty normal person. You guys might not after you meet me, but and I also know that Chris considers himself one too. I don't know if I can agree with that though. Oh yeah, I can't agree with that. Chris definitely isn't normal to me, but it's in a good way because he's been so many supportive and different things for me that I appreciate so much and I'm so grateful for. And in my eyes, this is what Big Brothers Big Sisters does. They allow ordinary people like me and Chris to do amazing things just by being themselves. In my eyes, and in everyone's eyes, I think, you don't have to be special to be a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters or to change someone's life. You just have to be yourself and you have to be present. And the change that those two small and immeasurable things make is always visible and felt in the lives of littles like me. and our lives have been changed by the amazing organization that Big Brothers Big Sisters is. And now that I'm talking about this, I just want to say, we got to get these littles off the waiting list. I don't know what it's going to take, but we got to do it. I am forever going to be grateful for everything that Big Brothers Big Sisters has done for me and that they continue to do for me. And I plan on someday being a big brother and hopefully changing a little's life just as much as Chris and Big Brothers Big Sisters have changed mine. Thank you all.